What's the weirdest flex you have? I can solve a Rubik's Cube in 10 hours. Ha! I've never solved one. I'm turning 30 and people think I'm 20 all the time. Same. I just turned 31 a week ago, yet people thought I'm still in high school. Turned 31 a week ago and get mistaken for a college student all the time, but it's a college town. I was getting hit on by some girl while I was at work, in uniform. I'm a chef, and she asked me what I was going to school for. Had to shut her down with, "When I was in college, you weren't even in high school yet." My therapist said I'm pretty cool. You are cool. How about pretty? That perhaps too. I can get rid of hiccups on demand. Like without fail, if I have hiccups, I can just think about it, and they go. The next evolution of humankind. Truly, he is Homo superior. I have donated over 15 gallons of blood. All at once? He never said it was his blood. What about that time I gave blood? Whose blood? I don't know, some guy's. A tree fell on me in 2021 and broke all my ribs, my spine, and popped both my lungs. I dragged myself out and survived long enough, slowly drowning in my own blood, and internally bleeding out, to be found and get airlifted to a trauma ward. So I got almost as much metal grafted to my bones as Wolverine, though I don't flex much because I got so much metal making me rather stiff and rigid. My husband says my Japanese home cooking is better than his grandma's. The key is I don't put sugar in it. That's the best I got, I guess. That's actually huge. Better than his grandma's? Wow. And grandmas are wizards when it comes to cooking and baking. Grandfathers, on the other hand, are usually either grilling a full pig or peanut butter on toast. I can read hieroglyphics, ancient Greek and Latin. Wow. How did you learn hieroglyphics? Any resources publicly available you could point me to? I'm an archaeology major, and one of the options was ancient Egyptian. Sorry, I don't know any external sources. I can tell myself what time I need to wake up, and I will awaken within 1 minute of that time without an alarm. Same, the only downside is when the sleep isn't good, you wake up thinking, "My alarm hasn't gone off, I probably have an hour more at least." Only to find your alarm is 2 seconds from going off. OMG, I hate that crap. Hey, I've still got an hour. Nope, 5 minutes. You know what? Executive decision, I still have an hour. Fuck you, alarm. Drunk with my F-file at my 40th, and we both ended up taking a piss in the garden. He told me that I had a very good stream, and I've worn that badge with pride ever since. Reminds me of a funny story. I was diving with a friend and his dad, and went to the restroom. I went to a urinal, his dad to a stall. Start peeing and hear him say, "Oh, I hear you over there like you still have a prostate." My husband kissed my dad on the forehead at my sister's wedding and lived to tell about it. I have won a little company award at the theme park I work at. For my barista skills. 3 times. Please don't quit, please don't quit, please don't quit. I survived 9 heart attacks before I turned 40. Have 4 stints following 3 angiograms and 1 open heart surgery with vein transfer. That failed. Been in heart failure status for a year. But honestly, I am healthier than I was a year ago. A year ago couldn't walk half a mile. Now can walk 3 miles without issue. Even survived COVID this year after 2 years of isolating. God damn, I hope you are in better health nowadays, stranger. I had to take an IQ test when I was being evaluated for ADHD, and apparently I am in the 99th percentile in spatial reasoning. I can't do math or talk good, but I can pack the hell out of a suitcase. The commenter above with the leftovers must also share your gift. I would have to agree. I tested 98th percentile in spatial reasoning, and I can do the same trick with socket sets. See bolt, grab socket. No idea what size it is, numbers don't matter. It fits. I'm American but can eyeball a space or item length using the metric system with scary accuracy. My coworkers wondered if I was a robot at times. Edit. Though in Colorado, I worked for a Danish company manufacturing wind turbines. I eventually worked on the road to climb them. So the estimates were generally fiberglass component length. I had a fan website in honor of my voice. Years ago I was well known for calling LBC, UK-based talk radio station. I was a daily caller to one show. Basically, because it was a very blokey show, the male listeners seemed to love my voice. I was approached by someone who wanted to set up a fan site in my honor. I was a bit confused by it but said to him to go ahead. He gave me the login for the emails so I could reply to the people getting in touch. I received 500 emails a day from listeners to the show. Some were total pervs, some were people in the radio industry offering to train me to become a broadcaster, but very few were haters. I ended up with a sponsorship from a toy company who sent my kids hundreds of pounds of toys just for being allowed to advertise on the site and giving them a mention. It was a bit nuts, to be honest. I remember one or the few haters sending me a ton of abuse from his work address, school by error, so I called him for a chat. Never seen someone backtrack so fast. Edit. Thank you all so much for the extremely sweet responses. You guys have made my Christmas. What lovely, lovely people you all are.